Hello, everybody. It's Dark Side Phil. I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill. Stupid fucking trolls, man. I just want to chill. I rock back and forth on the X and Y axis. Tip me so I could catch up on bad. All right. Now, let us talk about the schedule for the week. It's very exciting. We'll talk about an update on this food poll for Feasting with the King. And then we're going to talk about news. Ooh, the gaming news we have for today. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we're doing something completely different. I would not be surprised, shocked, or honestly even disappointed if today's first gameplay stream ends up having low attendance, low support, and is nearly dead. But I promised you guys something months ago, and I'm someone who wants to live up to his promises, okay? Many months ago, in January, okay, it was dead. There was no new game releases, nothing was going on, and we were doing a lot of downtime content. And one of the things that we started doing was we were going to Game Pass, and we were pulling games almost daily off of Game Pass to try out and do playthroughs of. One of the games that we tried out was called The Forgotten City, okay? This game is actually started as a Skyrim mod that got so complex they decided to make it into its own game. In this game, you are someone who gets pulled into the past, into an underground city full of Romans, and the people who live there are all in a time loop and apparently are under the control of some gods who live by this golden rule, and if they break the golden rule, all of a sudden everyone gets killed and turned into gold, okay? So it's an interesting premise. You're caught in a time loop trying to solve the mystery of what's actually really going on down there, and I played through this for many hours. I think it was like maybe 5-6 hours, and we actually got 3 out of the 4 endings done, okay? When you actually find out the truth behind everything going on in the game, it's actually quite interesting and intriguing. But we didn't do the 4th and final ending, which is considered the canon ending, but also kind of a secret ending. Reason being, it's the hardest ending to do. In order to get this 4th and final ending of the game, you have to complete every single mission in the game in one run through this Groundhog Day style game. Which means you have to find all the items you need. You have to set up every single situation to go. Like, you have to do a ton of legwork to set it up. It's not like every other ending you could do within like half an hour to an hour. This is like you have to set it up for hours and hours, okay? So, it's so complex that it takes hours to set up. I have a guide to use today to try to make sure that we get this done. If I don't use the guide, chances are we'll never figure it out because it's cryptic and confusing, okay? So that being said, today's first stream, I am doing this, and we're going to beat it. And from what I'm to understand, it takes about 2 hours gameplay-wise, but also there's all this endgame dialogue and everything to fully explain everything, so it's going to take longer than 2 hours, probably around 3, to fully see the full ending of the game, okay? And that's, by the way, if I don't fuck up. If I don't fuck it up and now I end up having to do multiple iterations of the day over and over that are wastes of time, which I might end up doing, okay? So, yeah, now you might say, well, wait a minute. Why are you doing this in May and what's the deal? Well, I promised this back in January and February because what happened was there was a few nights we didn't have much to do and people voted and said, hey, we'd like to see the conclusion of Forgotten City. And I didn't realize that the end of the game would take 2 to 3 hours to do, so I couldn't do it on a late night stream like I had promised. And I said, all right, I promise you guys, once things calm down, I will come back to the game for a one-off stream and we will finish it, okay? So here's the thing. I know there's not going to be a lot of people who are on this stream. There's people who are watching this in January, who voted for it in like February. We're like 3-4 months later. That interest has probably waned. So I know that we're not going to get a ton of people on today's stream. And likely, I'm not kidding, this might be one of the least supported streams I've ever done. I wouldn't be shocked if that were the case. I'm kind of expecting it. All right? But that's okay. I want to live up to my promises to you guys. All right? I know this is not going to be one for a big audience. And that's okay. When I finish the podcast, I guarantee you half of you are going to leave. But what am I going to do, right? At least now we have this opportunity to do it and get it done, see how it truly ends. For those who are interested, great. We finally get to see, because I want to see how it ends. You know, I'm interested in seeing how it's going to go and see what the true ending of the game is. So let's just have fun today, have a chill time, and just let it ride, okay? All right. Now, later tonight,